Hi guys, welcome back to Uma's Lotus Lounge here on Monday, October 20th, 2025. Guys, I am so sorry I am late to the show, but we had an outage going on worldwide, I guess. Started with the Amazon, moved to the MeetMe and the Snapchat and a couple of other places as well, but we are back up and running. And I strongly believe that I manifested this for all of us. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Because I put on IG and I said, I'm going to manifest being back online before 5 p.m. So here we are. Welcome to Uma's Lotus Lounge. All right. I did have some information for you guys because, I like to give you something happy, something joyful to start your week with. So before we do all of that, I want to say happy Diwali to all Hindus practicing everywhere. Today is your special day of light. Light those diyas, have fun. And can anybody send me some parsad? I don't know. I'm asking. Maybe kind of. I haven't had a good parsad in like a while, but ain't no parsad like a Diwali parsad. I could tell you that. All right, guys, welcome in. Thank you so much again for being here. I do not have my co-host today, but that is okay because I have a couple of good things to tell you about. I like to give you guys like positive news about what's going on in the world. And I came across this thing on Facebook. Now, I have to remind you guys that when I share these things, I'm going to be very upfront and honest and tell you that I did not do any fact checking, okay? But to be fair, I do follow some websites that I feel in my head is legit. Like for instance, on Facebook, I follow Neil deGrasse Tyson's Facebook page. Now, I hope it's him. I do. I hope it is him. But if it's not, the information that they're sharing is great. But you know how funny that is though? Like I always thought about that. I said, I love to share the information I find, what comes across my For You page, because I want you guys to see, you don't have to get into like the craziness that's going on in life. Like you can choose what you focus on. And there's so many ways to focus on the positive in life. But I have to tell you, I think that I manifested a good solution because there is a guy who I know from streams who is very well connected in the technology world and government world and politics and TV world. And he's very connected. And he said to me, Uma, I'm beta testing right now a new website. It's like how we have Google, like a search engine, like Google and stuff like that. He's like, I'm testing it right now. But the idea behind it is that it's no fake facts. It's only pure truth, honest truth. Whatever you search for on this site, it's only truth. Do you want me to send you the link to it? Sir, you should have sent that link like 2 years ago, right? Right. So, but here we are. All right. This is coming from Unbelievable World on Facebook. And it says Dutch engineers built a 600 million floating vacuum that is actually clearing the Great Pacific garbage patch. This U-shaped barrier acts like an artificial coastline, trapping everything from fishing nets to microplastics. Okay. Oh, I love when we do gifts that correspond to the stories. Shout out to Lil Savage Fred for the flopping fish. That was perfect. That was perfect. All right. So I'm going to show you, those of you that are watching me live on the MeetMe app, I'm going to show you what that looks like. Now, somebody on my live did verify that that is in fact true. So I am glad to hear it. Thank you for validating that. And this is what it looks like, guys. I just come to realize I post a lot. No, I just come to realize I just came back from vacation. So there's that. All right. The Dutch engineers built a 600 meter floating vacuum that's actually cleaning the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. This U-shaped barrier acts like an artificial coastline, trapping everything from fishing nets to microplastics. How cool is that? Could we clap it up in the comments? Yeah, we love that, right? So someone said there's another 15-year-old kid that designed and crowdfunded something similar, an American kid. I love that. I think we need, yes, clap it up. We need more good things. All right, I have another great story for you. Are you guys ready? In a remote area of Mexico, Candelaria Rivas Ramos, a 30-year-old indigenous Raramuri woman, took part in her community's tradition. She trekked 14 hours through challenging terrain to reach the starting line of the Ultra Marathon de los Canones 2025. With no prior experience, she completed the 63 kilometers under intense heat and altitude in 7 hours and 34 minutes, winning the race with nothing more than huaraches and a simple shirt, without any outside assistance or specialized gear. Do you guys want to see a picture? Do you want to see a picture of this indigenous woman who walked 14 hours to get to a marathon to then complete the marathon? Look at her. How beautiful is that? Clap it up. Clap it up for sis. And that's how she actually did the marathon, with the skirt and the shirt and her little huaraches, her little sandals. How amazing is that? I picked that story for you guys because I want to remind you that there is nothing that can stop us. There's nothing or no one that can stop us. Do you guys believe that? So when you see stuff like this, it should remind you that everything is possible. Everything is possible. And by the way, from hypnotherapy, I'm in a group called Hypnotherapy on Facebook. They posted a post that said, scientists confirm your inner voice isn't just talk. It physically rewires your brain's pathways over time. Wow. Wow. So how many of you are not talking properly to yourselves, right? You got to clean it up. You got to clean it up. All right. Let's get into our messages for the week for each zodiac sign. But remember, guys, if you send me a 1K gift or more, you will also get a personalized message at the end. All right? Facts. So we have Capricorn. Capricorn, you got some great cards this week. We're going to start with the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You guys are on deck. Capricorn, you got the Destiny card, the Transformation card, and the Fertility or Empress card. You are giving birth to your dreams this week. I feel like Capricorn, you just busted out of your shell. You just busted out of your shell. I got you. And this week, we're going to see you really rise to your fame level, whatever that is. And it's all part of your destiny. Now, I'm a Capricorn, so I'm excited. I am super excited to see what's going to happen this week. Anybody else feels like this week is just super important, right? Because we're coming down to the end of October, and the powers that be, did say there's supposed to be some stuff happening in November. So I feel like this is going to be a pretty transitional week. And Afro said, yes, I'm a Capricorn rising. Let's see what happens. But the Empress card, giving birth to your dreams, transformation, you are shedding what no longer works for you, and destiny, you are in alignment. Great job, Capricorns. Taurus, you got some good news coming your way too. You got harmony. That's harmony in the love life. You got recognition and reward, Taurus. And you got rest and rejuvenate. So I feel like it's a simple message for Taurus. Make sure you have some downtime to rest this week, because you also are having some sort of up level in your life as well. right? I feel like you're going to have some good news concerning your love life and also being seen, being heard, being recognized in your career. So, money, finances, and love, Taurus, looking good this week. All right, let's go to Virgos. Virgos, I think the earth signs are killing it this year. I got to tell you all that. The earth signs are killing it this week, okay? Virgo, positive movement forward. Material harvest and authority, which is the emperor. So Capricorn got the empress, you got the emperor. And I feel it's the same message, Virgo, that's kind of like similar to Taurus and Capricorn this week. You're on your way. Positive movement forward, manifesting. And I feel like it's coming down to your strict control. We know Virgos are like OCD, right? They're like perfectionists and they like everything in order. And I feel like this week it's going to really work out well for you, you know? So be on that organized schedule, that discipline thing, because it's working for you and it's actually taking you further than you've been, right? All right, let's do some cards for the water signs. If we have Pisces in here, Pisces, you got the mental conflict with the crown chakra and the wisdom card, right? So I feel like you may have been confused about things, Pisces, but you are going to be seeing the light this week. And that makes sense because we have a Libra new moon this week. So whatever it was that you were kind of tossed up about, Pisces, don't worry too much about it. You're getting the clarity you seek. And I also feel like you're learning a lesson this week. So don't take anything for granted, Pisces. All right? It's all part of the plan. All right, let's go to Cancer. Cancer, we got, wow, material and spiritual prosperity, partnerships and alliances, intuition, follow your intuition. So Cancer, I feel like, you know, you are a very psychic, intuitive sign because you're a water sign. And I feel like your message is about follow that intuition, follow that awareness. We love a wheel. Thank you. Miss LAOG, I got you for a reading. Thank you. So Cancer, I feel like you have some good news as well coming in about your love life, about your money, about your career. And it's because you're going to be following your intuition and you're going to be going down that road where you're like, you know what? I feel like this is where I need to be. And you're going to be 100% right. So this is going to be a bump up for you as well, Cancer, because you're going to be like, wow, I can trust myself. I know what I know, right? Okay. Do we have any Scorpios in here? Scorpio, it is your turn. Scorpio, you going through it this week. I don't know what to tell you. You going through it this week, okay? You got suffering in silence, discontent, boredom, and memories of love. Now, you know, sometimes I like to tell people we choose our struggles. We choose our struggles. So if you are a Scorpio, you're listening to this message and you feel like you are struggling, you know what I'm going to tell you? Stop reminiscing about the past. That's it. That's it. Stop thinking about the past. You either, Scorpio, you either are thinking about somebody from your past or thinking about how the way life used to be or thinking about how much better things were way back when, but you're not doing yourself a service, or you could be missing things from the past. You know what I'm saying? So your spirit guides are saying everything you feeling, everything you going through is because of you. And all you got to do is just change things around, right? And the way you're going to change it, Scorpio, how are we going to change it? Anybody want to tell Scorpio what to do? What Scorpio got to do? Let it go. I know y'all going to get tired of this bell. Let it go. Whatever has happened in the past, happened in the past. It's the future, it's the now, and all the power is in the now. All right. We are halfway through our messages. Think positively. Focus on the present. Focus on the future. We're now going to go to the fire signs. Fires. Do we have any Aries in here? Aries, you are also having a time this week. Mental conflict. You're welcome. Trapped in fear. Sacrifice. Aries, if you have a habit of doing too much and then blaming other people because you're doing too much, I ain't gonna say nothing else. All right, Aries, I ain't gonna say nothing else. You know what you did. You know what you did. You overextended yourself. You said yes too many times. And now look at you. Look at you. You're out of energy. You're exhausted. You're crying. You're depressed. You're taking it out on people. You're blaming people. Okay. All right, Aries. So this week you want to reset your energy and pull it back in. All right. Because the way you're feeling is coming about by your own hands. That's what I'm going to tell you, Aries. All right. Leo. We have any Leos in the house? Leo. Oh, this looked like a Leo playbook right here. Balance, new beginnings, deception, and envy. All right, Leo. I feel like you like that spotlight and you don't like that other people get the spotlight from time to time. And this is one of the time to times. Thank you, Lil Savage Fred. Right? This is one of those time to times. I feel like you're too busy, Leo, watching what other people got going on, what other people are doing, and it's making you feel some type of way. So your spirit guides are saying, detach this week, stop looking at other people, balance out your life, and then the new beginnings will come, which will start to move you in the direction that you want to go. All right? So Leo, you got some work to do this week. Stop comparing yourself. You are beautiful as you are. You are wonderful as you are. Stop comparing yourself to other people and just focus on yourself, right? Create your life and then your new beginnings will come. And then you're going to be able to be back in the spotlight again. That is for Leo. All right. And finally, our last fire sign is Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Wow. Great news for Sagittarius. Guys, I must be going through some sort of transformation this week. And I think I know what it is. And if you stay for after the show, I think I'll tell you. Transformation for Sagittarius. Spiritual union and root chakra. Sagittarius, you are finding yourself. And because you are finding yourself and you're transforming from this scared person to this confident, like, look at me, I'm ready to take the world, right? And because of that, because you're being fearless, because you're being cute, because you're being spicy and sassy, it is fueling the flames of love. If you have a significant other, they are besides themselves with you this week, Sagittarius. Or if you're single, you're getting all the attention in the world. So, what am I going to tell you? Have fun, but remember your foundation, right? Remember your foundation. Because basically what this card says is that we know Sagittarius could go to like the next level, but you shouldn't do anything that could jeopardize your home, your heart, your career, your finances. Okay? So this is a message for Sag to just bring it down a notch. Bring it down a notch and make sure that as you're having all this growth, it's adding to your foundations. All right, finally, let's go into the air signs. Let's start with Aquarius. Aquarius, you need a break this week. You need a break this week, Aquarius. We got suffering in silence. We got disruption. And we got rest and rejuvenate. So sometimes, sometimes like the week is like a go week. And then sometimes it's just like a, you know what? I need to just, yeah, Yeah, exactly. A lot of signs are going through it. Now, I feel like some signs, I feel like the water signs and the Aquarius are going through it. The earth signs look great. The fire signs, well, I think it's really just the earth signs look great, I have to say, right? Castle, thank you, AB. So, disruption, rest, and rejuvenate. Aquarius, your message is very simple this week. You are going through it. You can't just keep going on an empty, no gas, no fuel. You got to take some time to replenish. So, what do you like to do for fun? What do you like to do? Right? And then you take it from there. But what am I going through? If you would like me to do a reading for you, I am happy to do a reading for you. This is a general message for all Aquarius. But if you spin that wheel like Castle Rock did, you will get a message at the end of the show. Thank you, Castle. All right, let's move on to Gemini. Do we have any Geminis in here? Geminis, you are winning this week. Look at this. Look at this. Financial and material changes, right? Victory and success. Oh, Gemini. And prosperity begins. Gemini, I feel what's happening for you this week is that you are there. You are there. Spiritually, you are there. Emotionally, you are there. Mentally, you are there. And you're just ready to take this up a notch, right? And you're about to. I feel like this week, Gemini, you're going to have good news coming in about your finances and about your career and about your material things, because the prosperity begins is coupled with the financial material changes. So this sometimes, people take that as a negative card, but when you have it with the prosperity begins, you're going to have some changes happen this week that are going to work out really good for you in the long term. Congratulations, Gemini. And finally, we go to Libra. Look at Libra winning. We start off with conflict and defeat. And then we go to hope. And then we go to fulfillment of wishes. This is a dreams come true card, Libra. Dreams come true. So I feel for Libra, you may have been feeling conflicted, feeling defeated before this week. And then guess what happened? We got Libra new moon. And that new moon came in and shook things up. And you were feeling more positive, more optimistic. And you're like, yeah, I can do this. And now you're going to go do this. Fulfillment of wishes tells me that this is going to be an awe-inspiring week for you. There might be a soulmate relationship there for you. It might just be all the things you want are coming through. But Libra, you look to have a good week as well. All right. That is the message for all the zodiac signs. All right, guys. Before I end this podcast, I want to remind you guys, today is Monday, October 20th. We have a new moon in Libra this week. Whenever we have a new moon, put your crystals out, right? Will I have a successful week? Oh, that was not for me. I was not looking at the screen. That was for Castle. So Castle, you're not going to have a successful week this week. I'm going to have a successful week this week. That part, but Castle, not you. Okay. Tonight at 7 p.m., I am teaching mediumship development. So for those of you that are interested in psychic development, mediumship development, channeling development, and a whole host of other events, please DM me. Please check me out and inquire about the Lotus Circle. All right. The Lotus Circle is my private membership group. And basically what we do is we plan about 10 events all online a month. And you just pay $22 a month and you can come to all of them if you want, which would be like $2 an event. Or you could just come to the ones that you want to come to. But the idea of the Lotus Circle is for people who are serious about their spirituality and their spiritual practice. And instead of spending $22 a month on Lord knows whatever people spend $22 a month on, that's not good for their health or their peace of mind, people are like, I'm going to go ahead and spend this $22 a month here and get all these classes, get to be in this private Facebook group where Uma talks to me all the time, and just do that. So that's what's going on tonight, Monday, October 20th. And then on Wednesday, October 22nd, we have our meditation and mantra class also in the Lotus Circle. All right. For those of you that are local to the DMV, I am teaching Access Bars on Saturday. Get with me if you want to know what that is. And on Sunday, I will be at the Illuminate Frederick Natural Wellness Expo. So if you want to come see me, get one of my books, get an autographed copy, take a picture, or get a mini reading, mini spiritual assessment, mini healing, please feel free to come check me out. The name of the show is Illuminate Frederick. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed it today. And please drop me a like, leave a comment, and let me know that you are watching my shows. Thank you guys so much. I will see you again tonight. Actually, I forgot to tell you guys, tonight at 10 p.m., I will be live on YouTube, my YouTube channel at 10 p.m. with my cast from the Lotus Pond Show. All right. And the Lotus Pond Show is my podcast where we discuss current events and current topics. So we would love to have you guys with us. Have a great week.